Welcome back to the channel. Last time we played the game, we basically got through the tutorial, and I need one for speech apparently. So I want to talk a little bit about this game, I guess, a little further. As I said, there's going to be a lot of classic Robot Masters reimagined as these net AI programs, right? And I want to actually kind of go over and talk about what games they're from. So, LAN operates Megaman.exe here. Megaman.exe, of course, is a reimagination of the original Mega Man. This is inside of your computer. From here, you can access the net and other terminals. You can jack out at any time by pressing the R button. By the way, this game came out in 2001, and so even though at the time I knew this wasn't how the internet was, you know, I was older. This is definitely a... yeah. Definitely a idealized version of it, I guess you could say. I really hate those guys. Alright. Didn't do too well because we got damaged. Your busting time is based on the time it takes you to beat the programs, how much damage you take, all that kind of stuff. I believe I mentioned it last time. In this game, after you take damage and you finish a battle, your health will be refilled. This is Yai's NetNavi. This is Glideman.exe, or just Glide.exe. My name is Glide. I'm Lan's classmate, Yai's NetNavi. Shouldn't that be I'm... anyways. I guess it makes sense, but it was just weirdly written. One of Yai's programs has gotten lost. I'm pretty sure that it's in here somewhere. I'm pretty sure that it's somewhere in the net around here. I have some pressing chores to do. I must return now. Mega Man, if you happen to find our program, would you please come by our network here? Please take this. Alright, we got the Yai. So this lets us just get into Yai's computer easier. So, Glide is a reimagination of a Mega Man Legends character. Glide from Mega Man Legends 2 is actually who he's based off of. Alright, let me see here. This should be... we can almost pull off a program advance. We'll kind of go over those in a little bit when we get to a point where we can actually do them. Alright, so... as I said, Glide is a reimagining... God, I'm speaking terribly. A reimagination of the Mega Man Legends character Glide from that game. A lot of these characters are going to be based off of Mega Man characters. There's going to be some originals, some deep cuts from like Mega Man DOS games even. But for the most part, they're from the classic Mega Man games. There's a couple of X's and all that kind of stuff, but I guess that'll work. Yay! I prefer money for the most part at first because one of the big things I like to purchase is the HP memories and the power-ups before I really worry about, you know, collecting chips. But we'll probably get a chip here. Boop! Either Matul Guard or Shockwave. Shockwave K. Shockwaves aren't too bad. I use them a lot more Oh no, it's a World 3 pin. All those be gone. Alright, this is a mystery data. These green ones will come back and have different data available to them. An X panel, not too bad. But we can go explore down here. Some of these dead ends will become important later, as they will be where you can refight bosses to get better versions of their ships. So we're just exploring that. I'm looking for Yai's missing program. I think this is a net dealer. Ah, escape. With that, we can run away. But we don't need to, so. We shouldn't run into any net navies for a while. Alright, what do we got here? What are you selling? I'm a net merchant. You want to see my wares? Yes. Here you go. HP memories. It's one of the first things I want to buy. Now, what I usually do in this game is I will sit there and I will grind out until I purchase all the power-ups and HP memories available to me from each net dealer. So I don't have to try to remember to go back for them later. Now, he does have other chips that are going to be useful, like Recuv 50s, the hammer, all that kind of stuff. I'm not really worried about those, but I do want to start collecting these. The power-ups are important. This is how we make Mega Man stronger. Both these are collectibles that we do need, and also to 100% the game. So let's go ahead and purchase our first HP memory. Now, I will cut this out of the thing, but I'm going to grind for a while, and I'm going to try and get all the money I need to finish purchasing the HP memories and all that kind of stuff. But this is the first spot you're going to come across them for sure. Before we go, though, if you go into Mega Man, we're now level 2. We will hit level 100 by the end of the game. 45 of those levels will come from HP memories, getting us to 1000 HP. 18 from the... I think it's 18 from the armors, and the rest will be made up by filling in our attack, rapid, and our charge. Anyways, let's see, can I buy anything else? No. Alright, I'll be back later, guys. So, until then, I'm just going to run around and fight. Oh, maybe. Let me see, is this the missing program? Yep. Alright, so that's where the missing program is, and I think this is Yai's computer up here, actually. So maybe I won't go. Maybe we'll finish this up, and then in between this playthrough section and the next, I'll grind out money and all that kind of stuff. So, however, you don't have to... Alright, so that's not Yai's. Alright, so we can't go there because that's Dex's computer. We can't go here. We're looking for Yai's computer. Where's Yai's computer? Unfortunately, I don't remember where some of the stuff is, like Yai's computer. This bomb, by the way, moves 3 spaces forward. Alright, we should be able to get rid of this now, yep. Oh, I don't know why I did that. Oh, I'm gonna get shots. There we go. Yay! Cannon A, not too bad. Like I said, I'm not too concerned with what my chip folder really looks like just now. I am definitely going to be playing around with it later. But for now, it's mostly just... is what it is, you know what I mean? We're going to be working... I'll be working on getting better and different codes off off-screen kind of deal. Just like I'm going to get, you know, the money together and all that kind of stuff off-screen. I'll show you where to purchase all the stuff, but this might be eyes. This game's not too bad. There's a lot of hiccups and all that kind of stuff, of course, but there we go. Now we can go to the guy's computer. Yay! Hey, Glide. Ah, you found our program. Where is it? Okay, got it. Thank you. Please take this as reward. That's better eye. Alright, so after this, you know, the idea is that you go ahead and you leave and you talk to Mom. We're not doing that just yet. Just want to take out this first cannon here. But, so let's talk a little bit more about some trivia. Oh, that's not what I meant to hit. Originally, Battle Network wasn't going to be the game it is. It actually started off in development as a horror video game. That wasn't working out too well. And so they were given a new direction to make a collectible trading card game, basically. And that worked alright. And then they decided that they wanted to do something a little different for the Mega Man series, and decided they wanted to make an RPG that centered on the collecting aspect. Ooh, I hate the bird guys. The fishies? Fishies suck. Sorry. Alright, we can take out one fishy here. But yeah, so what ended up happening is Capcom decided that the video game they had proposed wasn't working out too well. Oh. Hey! Screwed up. That's my fault. Trying to think and talk and play at the same time. For some reason it doesn't work for me. But they had decided that the video game horror, you know, thing wasn't really working out for the Game Boy Advance. And, the collectible, you know, craze was big. Pokemon was still running strong. Digimon, all that kind of stuff was going. And, Capcom, understandably... Ooh, 30 is not bad at all. An L? I actually might put this in my folder off screen. And Capcom, understandably, kind of wanted to jump on that, that bandwagon of, the collectible craze, right? Oh, fine, we'll take out the U first. And so, like I said, they decided to have the team focus on collectible trading cards as the gimmick. And then Capcom went, you know, Mega Man seems to be doing alright. Surely we haven't flooded the market too much with Mega Man. Let's put Mega Man as the component in this, and let's kind of work it out so that it's kind of like Pokemon. You have to collect them all. You have to, all the enemies have different powers, you know. And it works for Mega Man, right? Because he goes through and he defeats robots and steals their abilities, right? Yeah, that's kind of how it works. And in that way, it does work. Mega Man, you know, his copy system and all that kind of stuff, right? And so, Mega Man crossed with a adventure RPG style like Pokemon and the collectible craze and all that kind of stuff. Ooh, Dash is not bad. A D though? Don't have any Ds. Alright, so there's nothing really else to grab on here from what I can see. So we're gonna head out. And let's see here. There we go. And so Battle Network was pretty much, you know, thrown in. But the problem was the development team, might as well give myself some health, hadn't really created anything like this before. And in the interview, they basically said, you know, something like this hadn't been made before, and so they were kind of working on something unknown to them. Now, I think that's kind of silly because I could say that something like this has been, you know, put out, but, you know, what do I know? Anyways. This game, of course, went through some development phases. And part of that development phase was originally, this first Battle Network game was going to be consisted of 3 different versions. Each version, though, was going to be different from other collectible games that had many versions by having everything that you can... why am I not running here? There we go. Anything that you can collect, you could be collected in each game. The idea was that you didn't have to have multiple games in order to finish you know, in order to get everything, you just had to play the game. Now, great idea, but like I said, I hit the wrong button. They hadn't really made something like this before, and so it didn't really work out. The proposed documents and all that kind of stuff for the game talks about the 3 versions being based upon a set of twins who would have different versions of Mega Man, Mega Man Blade and Mega Man Buster. You know, seemingly you could probably guess what each of those Mega Man would specialize in. And the 3rd version would have a character named Lan, or Neto in Japan, Hikari. And his Navi, Megaman.exe. Well, the multiple versions were scrapped, and they ended up going with Lan. Now, the idea was that the 3rd version, the Lan version, would have been focused more on the anime. And the other 2 versions would basically tell the same story, but from different viewpoints. There was going to be a couple other changes done as well, where Roll's operator would have been a independent and older male who would bequeath Roll down to male through the game, and would then take over and use the NetNavi base.exe, or was it Forte? I think his name is in Japan. Yeah, that'll hit 2 of them. He's gonna move up and boop. The opening to this game takes forever to do anything, just because of you're not strong, you don't have a lot of good chips, that kind of stuff. So, but I want to get over to where he is so I can buy chips and all that, or buy the power-ups as time goes on. I guess. But yeah, so Roll was not going to be used by Lan's love interest, male, but rather by another guy until Male eventually would end up as the owner of World.exe. Now, Dex uses Gutsman. Gutsman is one of the original robot masters from the first Mega Man series. In fact, Gutsman is Dr. Light number 3 or 4? I can't remember. I used to know all that stuff offhand. But he's one of Dr. Light's robot creations that Dr. Wily steals in the first game. Roll is the assistant to Dr. Light in the Mega Man series. Is there a thing hidden down here? No. And Mega Man, you know, is Mega Man. So we've seen 4 of the NetNet. We've seen Gutsman, Roll, Mega Man, and Glide, and talked a little bit about development, all that kind of stuff. I'm going to play for a little bit offline so that I can collect my money, buy up the HP ups and the power up, and when we come back, we'll log out and we'll see what's going on with Mom. So until then, be happy, be healthy. Thanks for hanging out.